get up here first. Oh, hi, Willie. Hey. Hi, Willie. Can't go in 3, 2, 1. Whoa. Oh. Holy cow. Say hi to him. Come on. Oh. Get out! Whew. Really sad. I'm going back up. Woo! Well, hey, stop! Whew, whoo.
I think this little brown one had her baby too. We got babies in there? Look at him. Everybody doing all right? Laying down there where it's cold. Can we move you guys? Oh, these guys need a little help. Either they need to be locked in. That one's gonna die if we don't do something. Cedar, these two guys need to be locked in here with what's her name. So there's one of the babies. So she's a brand new mom. This is her first time, and that's not her baby, and she's feeding that baby. Her babies are in here, and I'm really concerned about them. So we're gonna do something to try and help them here. Okay. Go on. She's still cold. Keep going. Get out. Come on. Easy, easy, easy. Come on, help the babies. So my wife and kids call this goat Olive, and we've had her for I think 2 winters now. We have her mom, who we've had for probably 4 years. She had triplets, but one of the babies was stillborn. And so we'll see if these two make it. One of them just nursed for a good 5 or 10 seconds. And I'm really hoping she lets the other one nurse here for a minute. And once I see them nurse, truly they're better off by themselves, and I'll leave them alone. There we go. These guys are about 24 hours old, and what we've found is, that first 24 hours, they have to nurse. Matter of fact, within the first 15 or 20 minutes, if they don't nurse, they usually don't make it. But what we have found is just staying out of the mix is better for everybody, but it's so small in here and we're so confined right now because of the snow that they're all just kind of bumping each other around, and the babies aren't sure who their moms are. And I really don't care who nurses them as long as they get nursed, but nobody's nursing these guys other than mama. So It has been every bit of a couple of hours, and I'm gonna come and check on these goats. See how those two little babies are doing. How are we doing? Is he getting up and walking around yet? Should we help him? Come on, man. Yeah. That is not her baby, but she thinks that's her baby. As soon as I walked out of the goat pen there, those two babies started nursing, so I just need to stay away and kind of watch from a distance. But you good dog, huh, Willie? Now it's 35 degrees. It's melting off like crazy, and then we're 3 days away from another snowstorm. So we're not out of the woods yet, but every time the sun comes out, I feel like we might actually make it. I have a bit of a hydraulic leak somewhere on the back of the skid steer that I've got to figure out. I don't feel comfortable using this thing right now, and if we do get snow, I'm going to need it. So I need to figure out where it's leaking. So I haven't ran it in a couple days, but you can still see it dripping right there. So something up in there. I get to pull that thing off and run to town on the weekend and see if somebody can make that for me. But this is a little bit of the downside of buying a 25-year-old machine. The hoses have a potential to be a little bit crispy at times. A lot of these hoses had been replaced, but I'm sure this is not going to be the last time I replace a hose. So. It appeared to be leaking right around the fitting, so I'm going to run down to town and see if somebody can make this for me real quick. All right, I've got the hydraulic hose replaced. I'm gonna go ahead and start it real quick and just inspect for leaks. And then I need to put the overfill tank for the radiator back in place as well. But I'm pretty sure that was the issue. I just dropped the kids off at the bus stop. They still have school today, although it was a late start. There's probably every bit of a foot, if not more, new snow on the ground. And yeah, days like today are hard because it gets a tiny bit overwhelming. After you've plowed snow as many times as I have this year, you feel like there's just, you're wondering when it's going to quit. But now things are bad enough, and we're still expecting another 6 inches of snow by tomorrow. So I just have to do it. I just have to run the plow truck up and down the road and try and make it as wide as I can. The most difficult part about plowing snow on a day like today is you can't see anything. It's basically a whiteout, and so it's just really difficult to get your bearings on where you're trying to plow and all that fun stuff. But either way, I've just got to start running the truck up and down the road and seeing if I can make this road safe enough before everybody gets home at the end of the day. So it's gonna be a long day. So now the next big question is whether or not we're going to make it up the driveway without plowing first in Cedar's Jeep. So here we go. Almost. That's as far as she's going right now, so I'm going to have to get the skid steer fired up. What are you goofballs doing? Come on, Dogs. between yesterday and last night, we probably got every bit of 18 inches of snow. So this morning I got a text from my oldest son, Rhett, telling me that they had to send in search and rescue up above our place yesterday. And I wondered if something had happened because in the middle of plowing snow, there was probably 16 snowmobiles that went by, and they went by in a bit of a hurry. So this is so crazy how much snow we have. So this is the opening where I have tried to clean the snow out a couple of times with a skid steer. Our baby goats seem to be doing okay. The two that I had the biggest concerns with, this one's one of them. They seem to be doing okay. So this was the one guy I was most concerned about. I think he's gonna be fine. He's still a little bit weak and tired, but that's his brother. And those were the last two that I was most concerned about. But this is the difference between a single and a triplet. Almost all those guys are triplets. That guy's a single. Her babies are always about twice the size of everybody else's babies.
So you live in the dream. You should see it through someone else's side. Another cipher to break, while the grass grows underneath my feet. Been running out of time for so long. Hello, 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 Leah. Now I'm running out of so long. Hello, 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 Leah. Hope I got the time to tell you. Hello, 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 Leah. Hello, Leah. No wonder you got a pure heart, kind of honesty that will always stay. Don't ever let him bring me down. What a terrible thing to say. Trembling across my fingers out of sight. Hello, 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 Leah. I was lost inside a maze of night. Hello, 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 Leah. I stayed up and watched you till daylight. Hello, 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 Leah. Hello, 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 Leah. Hello, 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 Leah. Hello, 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 Leah.
Ruby?
Oh, you're so right. Oh. I said you're so right.
Ruby? Where'd you go? Ruby? Hi.